You're 14 when you start to accept it. But let's be honest. You've known since you were 7. Ever since Mike Stahl made you smile in that way that nobody else ever had before. And there have been many moments since. But you kept pushing those feelings down, down, down. Blocking them out. Ignoring them. Now you're 14 and those feelings will not be ignored. Is there something wrong with you? Your church says that gays are an abomination. Your father has uttered fucking faggots on more than one occasion. You don't know a single openly gay person. Your friends use the words like queer and homo to make fun of those who are weak or strange. You feel afraid, confused, alone. There must be something wrong with you. So you hide it. You pretend. You feel disgusted, embarrassed. You pray that it will go away. All you want to do is be a good person, a member of your community like anyone else. People in your circle say that being gay is a choice. Maybe it is. Maybe you can choose it away. You try. Real hard. You can't. A story comes on the news that a gay man in a nearby town was tied to the back of a pickup truck and dragged to death. Your family and friends shrug it off. Faggots deserve to die, you overhear. Time passes. It becomes harder and harder and harder to pretend. Every moment feels like a lie. Every day you're afraid you might be found out. You become angry. Angry at yourself. Angry at the world. Angry at God. Just fucking angry. When nobody is looking, you research gay communities. It all seems strange and foreign. Some part of you wishes you could be with them. Some part of you is too afraid. Some part of you hates them. They don't know what it's like to be so desperately alone. Your government debates gays in the military with signs of protest that read, "God hates fags," held outside of soldiers' funerals. In other countries, it's illegal to be gay. Gay men are murdered in the streets with no consequences. Lesbians are raped with no consequences. Surely God would prefer homosexuality to rape and murder. You begin to question the morality of homophobia. You're a good person. You know that. So what if you like men? So what? Your government debates gay marriage. You hear arguments against it that break your heart. This widespread idea that you're sick, mentally diseased, that your love is the same as bestiality or pedophilia. You read the comments online, you hear what your family says, what your friends say, what your church says, and it breaks your heart. So much hate, vicious, unbridled hate. For what? But the fight is being fought by brave men and women. Braver than you. They stand up and openly say that they're gay and they want the same rights as anyone else, right in the faces of the hateful. Brave, brave, brave. Seeing this changes you. You can't hide anymore. You can't pretend. You tell your mother first. She cries, but holds your hand. And somewhere deep inside, you know that she's known for some time. There's an overwhelming sense of relief just to say it out loud. You feel lighter. You tell your father next. He does not cry or hold your hand. He turns red, flips the table, comes to strike you, but your mother intervenes. He wants to disown you. Your mother speaks to him. You can stay until you graduate high school in 2 months, and then you must leave forever. At school, word spreads quickly. Everyone stares. The seas part when you walk through. Only your closest friends will still speak to you. In the parking lot, your windshield has been bashed in with a metal trash can. Die, fag. Spray painted on the side. The school promises to look into it through gritted teeth. It's hard. So incredibly hard. You want to break, but you think of those men and women you've seen on the TV, on your computer screens. They would not break. Why should you? Because of a town of idiots who will die in the same land they were born and never ask a single question about themselves or the world? Because of a hateful church or a hateful father? No, no. You will not break. You will graduate and get the fuck out of this town for better places with more enlightened people. You are free now, unshackled from the fear of being honest about who you are. All that's left is to be the best version of yourself. You grind out the final 2 months of your disgusted looks and your distant father, pack your bags, take the little money you have, and board a bus for Atlanta. It's not easy in the beginning. Difficult to make ends meet, difficult to know who to trust, difficult to know who you are. After all, you've been pretending for years. Who are you when you're not pretending? You meet some others in the gay community. You share your story. They share theirs. Each one has its own pain and loneliness. It feels good to laugh and cry with people who understand you. A year passes. Gets a little better. You're becoming comfortable with yourself. You have new friends, maybe even a new family. Gay marriage is becoming legal state by state. The fight marches on. A few more years pass. You continue to find yourself. You help others who wash up on the shores of the city alone and frightened the same way you had. Some have stories that make you cry, but you know it will get better. You get letters from your mother sometimes. You get a letter from a high school classmate who apologizes for their behavior. You don't hear from your father. Gay marriage is made legal. Several states pass laws allowing businesses to refuse service to homosexuals. Some sad woman refuses to sign off on a gay marriage license and is heralded as a hero by many. Chechnya rounds gays up and puts them in camps. Uganda kills gays in the streets. Your fellow Americans write things on a daily basis so vile that they make you sick. But it's okay. The fight marches on. You know now that there's nothing wrong with you, only that you were born in a time when many are still too ignorant and afraid of what they don't know to open their hearts and their minds. But you, just by being you, just by standing up and proudly being counted, are part of the tidal wave that continues to push back up against the wall of hate and fear and slowly knock it down brick by brick. Have pride in yourself. Real pride.